Members of the City Council, submitted herewith for your consideration is the following appointments to the Affordable Housing Trust. Justine Dodds, Kamar Taliaferro, Floriana Fitzgerald, Attorney Michael McCarthy, George Whaling, and Elizabeth Sherman. Respectfully submitted, Mayor Linda M. Tyre.
Councilor Koenig.
Motion to approve the appointments.
Is there any debate or discussion? Councilor Sherman.
Thank you, Mr. President. And I just want to say that, Mr. Talley spoke at the open mic in regards to his input on some of these issues, and we've seen the communications he's provided throughout, and I want to applaud the passion and the intelligence and the effort he's put into a lot of this. I don't know what's happening in regards to what he finished his open mic comments about. However, I do know what I see, and I know, and having conversation with Mr. Talley, that he's very passionate about this issue, very well educated on it. So I have nothing against any of the individuals being appointed, but I would like to, as Mr. Talley asked for, provide advocacy for him in the future to be on this board. Thank you.
Any other debate or discussion? Councilor Chronic.
Yeah, actually, I want to speak on behalf of Lamar Talley. He has called me. I've spoken to him numerous times. He's a very accomplished person. He has a very fine legal mind. He does legal work. He really belongs on this board. And as a constituent of my ward on Lincoln Street, he knows, he lives these issues as well. And I think that I will ask that this slate be returned to the mayor. I would like to make a motion that it be returned to the mayor for his consideration. Whether she wants to add him, come back with it as a separate addition, I can accept that too. But
So there's a motion to approve, and your motion, what is your motion?
well, if I make a motion to approve, that would close the door to this commission.
That's the motion that's already on the table.
Right. So my question is, if we approve this motion, as a question to you, Mr. President, if we approve this motion, can he come back? Can she come back and put him and submit him as well, or is does that close the appointments? And that might be a question for the mayor.
That's a question for the mayor.
Yes.
Off the top of my head, I don't remember how many members were on the board.
Well, I'd like to, through you to the mayor, I'd just like to clarify that first of all. Good evening, Madam.
Good evening.
Mayor, how many open seats are there on?
There are a total of 7 seats to be appointed to this board.
And how many are we appointing tonight? 1, 2, 3, 4. No, I'm on the wrong one.
6.
6. So therefore, there's one more.
That's right.
So does Mr. Talley, has he contacted you with regards to this appointment?
He has not.
He has not. Well, he contacted me and probably every member of this council. So I think it behooves us to be approving him as well. So what I'd like to, since you're here, what can you say?
I will take your recommendation under consideration.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you what. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I make a motion. I will not be supporting this slate until I have a better feel for that, or for the consideration given to this gentleman, Lamar Talley. And I'm done. Thank you.
Is there any other debate or discussion? I know that you have a conflict at your debate.
And just one other thing. I'm familiar with Mr. Talley too, so I would support him being given consideration, but I think all we can ask is that the mayor do what she just did, is tell us that she'll take it under consideration and do what she feels is appropriate. But I will support him, and then I have the other issue, as you know.
Any other debate or discussion? Councilor Kalinowski.
Mr. Talley contacted me also, and I agree. I support the mayor to consider him, to add him as a 7th person on that board.
Any other debate or discussion? Councilor Person.
I won't kind of reiterate what everyone else said. I think we all had a conversation with Mr. Talley. I know Mr. Talley can be rough around the edges, but he is knowledgeable, and I do think the mayor should appoint someone like this who's experienced different things than the normal person that we usually appoint to these committees. I think that's important to get a different perspective. I think especially with housing, this is a great list of people. I know a lot of people on this list, and they're very educated, and they'll serve great too. I just think Mr. Talley will bring a new perspective that, you know, we could be helpful with this group. So I know we've all heard it, so that's all I'll say.
Any other debate or discussion? If there's no objection, we'll take the vote on Justine Dodds, Kamir Talaferro, Floriana Fitzgerald, Michael McCarthy, and George Whaling. And then we'll take Elizabeth Sherman separate since Councilor Warren has a conflict.